Hello everybody, this is Adam, and we got over here a Mercedes Benz 2004 ML350, and this baby has 137 miles, and it's my friend's car. He's going to sell it. So before selling it, I decided to take it from him and see if there's anything I can do in terms of quick fixes to get a better price on it. It has a check engine light and a couple other lights, but mainly we're going to focus on the check engine light and the coolant leak that my friend told me that this car was having. Now I'm just going to go over step by step over the things I've noticed just by doing a quick inspection. First thing is the cover valve. As you can see, the cover valve here and over here, you can see some traces of oil. That's due to a leak from the gasket. This is common on vehicles 16 years old to see that both sides gaskets are done and they just need to be replaced. So that's number one. Number two, the check engine light codes came out to misfire number 1, misfire number 2, and a random misfire and a vacuum leak. So I'm assuming this vehicle hasn't been serviced in a while based on how it looks. I'm gonna first attempt to take out the coils, test them out, and check on the spark plugs. Sometimes it's as simple as a spark plug replacement, and that's like 30 bucks or 40 bucks, and it's worth it to restore the engine because the engine runs really good. Now the next thing is the coolant. Before we get to the coolant, this dipstick over here is supposed to go all the way to the transmission, as you can see down here, and it's missing the cover. It's supposed to have a cover like this. It's not there. That's not good. You're exposing the transmission fluid to anything in the air that's fall in there, and it can get contaminated, and then you can have major issues with your transmission. Luckily right now I don't see any issues with the transmission, but I would definitely go ahead and find the part for this and stick it, or just close it for now. Never drive a car with the transmission stick missing or the engine missing. Now moving forward to the coolant. Now I've ran the car for 30 minutes and I haven't seen any leakage from the expansion tank or from the main hoses going all the way around into the engine and into the radiator. Coming right out from this side, I see some trouble. If we look on this side over here, this purge valve is hanging, suspended in the air, just like that. And all the tension is on this hose over here. This is terrible. I don't know who had this set up. It looks like someone had it set with some zip ties, as you can see down there. But this is a no-no right here. This is very bad news. Now, the second thing I've noticed is the secondary tube that comes out of the expansion tank. I'm assuming this is supposed to go to another tank or secondary tank for extra coolant. Whenever the car gets too hot or extra pressure, it wants to release some fluid, it would release it through this hose. And guess what? They have it sealed with a nut or a screw, and this as well was suspended down here, and that water you see down there is from this hose. I don't see any leakage from this all around, so I'm assuming there's no water leak. But just to be on the safe side, first I'm gonna pull the diagram for the water system or the coolant system. I'm gonna go through each and every component and make sure that everything is here, since obviously there's something missing with this hanging in the air. I'm assuming there was a little secondary tank and this purge valve was attached to it. So I would definitely want to put things back the same way it came from the factory, and then begin to start doing more diagnostics and see if something is really leaking or not. Because I'm guessing just from this hose, I'm saying that the leakage could be from this hose right here, but still, you never know. So, just to summarize, most likely gonna replace gaskets on each cover valves. I'm gonna go around each and every spark plug and replace them. I'm going to find the missing parts here and get them installed. And I'm also going to run some cleaning injector fluid in the system. And I'm going to fix this little small leak from the power steering. After that, I believe we'll be good. This car should come back alive, should go to the next buyer and take him from A to B normally.